What's good, everyone? Sorry. Oh my gosh. There we go. I had to fix the screen. What's good, my Bravo and Blaze besties? Welcome back to our weekly live stream where we unpack this week's most chaotic Bravo moments with a little pop culture spin and a sprinkle of cannabis commentary. I'm Jenny Blaze, your chaos conductor, live and caffeinated, courtesy of Rise Mushroom Coffee. We've got plenty to dive into, so light up, pour yourself something to drink, and let's ride this Bravo roller coaster together. Just as a reminder, everything I talk about here is based on what's already public and my own opinions. That's my opinion. This isn't CNN. It's commentary with a cannabis twist. We keep it fun, we keep it honest, and as Countess Luann may say, or could say, class with a little bit of sass, darlings. Before we really get into it, I just want to remind you all that the chat is open. I see Max. Hey, all, what a day. No, for real, today is nuts. Insane. Anyways, I want to hear your takes, so drop them in the chat as we go. Follow along on all platforms at Bravo and Blaze. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Jenny Blaze and turn on notifications so you never miss a live moment. If you want bonus content and early access, hit up patreon.com/Bravo and Blaze. And if you're not on the email list yet, sign up at bravoandblaze.com. We have a merch reminder. Sorry, it's hard to control everything here. We have our Bravo and Blaze signature lighters, and they're not just cute, they're a whole vibe. So grab yours at bravoandblaze.com and stay tuned for more surprises that are coming soon. Let's see what else. Okay. I did a Patreon this week. You asked, I answered. We did an AMA from Ask Me Anything from Instagram stories. It is now live exclusively on Patreon. Your questions, my answers. Thank you. You're welcome. If you do go check it out, let me know if you think we should do more AMAs, Ask Me Anything on a regular basis. Also, the real ones know about our pre-games. I've been hopping on YouTube around 30 minutes before new Bravo shows air with a quick pre-game live stream. Think of it as a virtual smoke circle before the drama drops. Make sure you're subscribed and notifications are on so you don't miss those. Or just catch the replays on YouTube anytime. Okay, I'm sweating right now. This week we did 2 pre-games because we had so many premieres. We had to talk about it, and we will talk about it here. So let's move on to pop culture news. The biggest thing going on in pop culture news, I would say, is Diddy. And 2 weeks ago, we had an itty bitty Diddy update. We did a live stream on a Saturday night. And since it's been a couple weeks, I think we're due for another itty bitty Diddy update. So again, make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications for when we live stream for that next update. I did ask you all if I should go to the Diddy trial, and I did consider it. I really was thinking about it, but then I got cold feet, and I swear, you all, if you have been following along, there is no denying that I am a witch. I said I have this irrational fear that he would see my face and remember it. And someday in the future, I don't know, he gets released, he's homeless or something, and sees me on the streets in New York and just attacks me. I know. It's wildly irrational, improbable, but I'm glad I listened to my gut because apparently Diddy almost got kicked out of court for grilling the jurors. Oh my God, I'm so scared. Okay. Anyways, go catch up with our itty bitty ditty update if you're interested. And again, stay tuned for our next update. Okay, we're going to move into Bravo News. The first thing that we have here, I saw this first on Bravo, Bree, Stassi and Lexi in Miami at Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Beach Club event. I think this was before the actual show. And I still don't know what exactly was that. Sorry, excuse me. What was that show for? What was it all about? Like, what was the purpose of that? I was very confused because I thought we like canceled these types of events. Like, didn't we stop doing this with Victoria's Secret and their fashion shows? That was like an annual thing. And I always remembered it was like in January because I was always like, ugh, this is going to motivate me after the holidays. But they don't have those anymore, right? But apparently we have this Sports Illustrated swimsuit fashion show or whatever. Stassi looked amazing. Everyone looked amazing. Everyone involved is amazing. I don't want to comment on like their bodies or anything like that, but Stassi was in the show. Bethany Frankel, I don't even like Bethany, and she kicked ass. Like, there's no denying that. Who else was in it? Brittany Cartwright. Was Lexi in it? Probably. I don't know. She's basically naked all the time anyways. Might as well have her walk down the runway. I don't know though. What do you all think about that whole thing? It's like, whatever. I don't know. Next up, I saw this on Buy Wig. Hello Drama. It's a picture of Jen Shah in prison. And there's a caption. It says care of rep, like Jen Shah's rep. I feel like it's probably Murillo. I didn't ask him, but the message that they left from Jen Shah was Bismillah. I pray that my supporters are shamazing and doing well. Over the past month, my team has shared with me the many loving messages provided by my supporters. I've heard about the Met Gala references. I don't know what those are. Oh, Jen Shah arrived at the Met Gala red carpet. I think I have that in my story somewhere. The infamous gif of my feet touching the snow in the heels from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That is a pretty infamous gif. And my personal well-being. I am in great spirits and well. The consistent love and admiration from my supporters, my loving family, and my faith keeps me going as I make it through this rehabilitative journey of coming home soon. I wanted to share a personal image that I mailed to my team of one of my shamazing workouts. I remain consistent in my passion for fitness and helping other inmates achieve similar goals. You will see more soon. I can only control what I can control. Until next time, Jen Shah. Jen Shah is going to come out cut. She's going to be so lean. She's going to be jacked. And I feel bad for Heather Gay because I feel like that's where she's going to go first. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if this is true, but I feel like I saw something saying that Jen was asking to be released earlier, but I think she's going to be out by the end of this year. I think in November. Will she be going to BravoCon? Oh my God. Max said, will Jen Shah get a pardon? I mean, that's right. Don't forget the Chrisleys just got pardoned. I don't even want to talk about that though. I know it's like crossing over, it's reality TV, but like, I'm not ready to talk about that yet. I need to know more information too. Anyways, okay, so that's Jen Shah. Speaking of Salt Lake City, I mentioned this last week on our live stream. Meredith Marks, DJ Meredith Marks, performed at WeHo Pride, the Out Loud musical or music festival, and I would say she crushed it. I'm obsessed. This is my new current obsession. I don't know if I can play this audio because of copyright, but Also, I think T. Kyle is the one who remixed this song, but it's JoJo, Get Out, Leave. And Meredith Marks has her fan and her sunglasses, and she's rocking out. And I'm obsessed. I love it. I will quit everything and become a DJ Meredith Marks groupie right now. That's how I feel. Loving it. Okay, what else? Meredith went live before her DJ set, and I had to get in there, right? So I was asking her questions. I asked her if she's excited for her new show to premiere next Gen NYC. I know she's not, it's not her show, but I'm calling it her show. It's her show. And I hope we see a lot of her on it. She actually answered my question and said she filmed a lot for Next Gen NYC. So she should be on it a lot. Well, I guess apparently there's enough footage for her to be on a lot. So excited for that. What else I want to show? I saw a video from Bravo Bree. It's from Access Hollywood, and it's at the Next Gen NYC premiere party, which I still am wondering where my invitation got lost. Where is that? Just kidding. Yeah, Meredith and Brooks had a DJ in Cali and then fly to New York for the premiere party, like in one day. But let me see, where is this video? Here we go. Okay.
Tell us about this season.
You know, it's not going to come as a surprise, but there's a lot of drama, a lot of arguments, a lot of misconception, a lot of lies, and some truths.
Do you and Mary mend things? Things were left off a little rough last season.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much did make up last season, but I do think you'll see some different dimensions to our relationship this season. We had some ups and downs, but like, it's good. We're better for it. You know, it's sort of like when you go through a little bit of arguing or drama with friends, usually you end up growing closer after because you find new common grounds, you understand the person better, and so that's really what I feel like has gone on with me and Mary. I feel like we're actually closer now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I'm live on TikTok, but they can't hear what we just listened to. And essentially, Meredith is saying that her and Mary may have a stronger friendship now than they did before. And I love that. What else did she say? She said there's like a lot of lies this season. I'm excited. Let's go. I'm ready for it. That doesn't come out though. We're not going to see season 6 until like the fall, I think. And usually BravoCon is in November, but usually they are still filming, or not, sorry, they aren't still filming. Usually they're still airing the season during BravoCon. So I wonder how that's going to go. Because remember, not last year, 2023, they didn't have an entire panel for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because it was too soon before the reunion was being filmed. And don't forget, that was the season where Monica was there and nobody was talking to Monica at that time, like none of the other ladies. Oh my gosh, that was a wild time. And I knew that she was Reality Von Tease, but they didn't say it yet, right, on the show. And I had to like pretend I didn't know who she was or anything. I met her in person. I was like, oh, hi. But deep down, I was terrified. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. I'm just seeing that our live stream is not on Twitter. What's that all about? Hello. I don't know. Let's see. Can we fix that? That's a bummer. Oh, well. Oh, I just made it work. Look at that. Sorry, they missed the first 15 minutes, but we're going to move on. We're still on Bravo News, and we're moving on from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City to Real Housewives of New York, which I could care less about, but there may be some people who still care, I guess. But I saw this on Bravo by Gaze. Uba announces she's engaged. Yay. Congratulations. Does anyone care? I'm just kidding. It's not like I don't like Uba. I don't like Real Housewives of New York. I don't care about it. I don't want it to continue. I don't know why we're trying to make fetch happen. I'm over it. Anyways, but happy for Uba. Okay, let's move on. We're going to talk about Family Karma. This show is on quote unquote pause, but it shouldn't be. So if you remember, Monica Vaswani and Rish, what's his last name? Shoot, I don't remember. Rish Karam. Okay. They were dating, and on the show, it seemed like Monica was pressuring Rish to get engaged. He didn't really seem like he was ready, but he like kind of went with it anyways. They wound up getting engaged. They were living together apparently. And then this week, Monica posted a picture of condoms. They're RHOA and Magnums, which I don't think Rish needs Magnums. He's definitely one of those guys who's like, oh yeah, can I have a Magnum? Sure, buddy. She wrote in her Instagram stories, so done with all the lies. This isn't the same girl that was blinded by you while filming. Did you think I was that dumb? At Rish Karam. She tagged him. Oh my God. What? She tagged him. Also, I got this from Bravo and Cocktails. Monica from Family Karma posted this about her fiance and cleared all photos of him. Then on the bottom, it said she posted some DMs. Apparently, this must have been from a girl, and it was at like 12:36 a.m. So I don't. Oh my gosh, I'm wondering if she was like spiraling late night. What happened? Anyways, this person said we kissed. He said he was single, wanted to see me today. Yikes. Okay, so at this point, we don't know anything. The way that Monica posted this, it makes it look like Rish was cheating on her when they were together, right? But then Rish responds in his Instagram stories. He wrote, and he tagged Monica. Monica Vaswani and I have not been together for over a month. She entered my apartment unannounced and without my permission while I was traveling out of the country, went through my personal belongings and took out of context photos to post on social media. I never cheated on her and only wanted to give her my absolute best while we were in a relationship. It's unfortunate it didn't work out, and she asked me to not openly talk about us splitting up as she needed time to process. Unfortunately, my kindness was taken advantage of, and she took control of the narrative, which is manipulative, unacceptable, and disgusting. He said disgusting. And then he posted a screenshot of what looks like a security system with like cameras, security cameras. And on April 21st, 2025 at 11:38 p.m., there is a picture of, I'm guessing, Monica with what looks like her father with one of those valet thingies with luggage. I guess he's trying to say that that's when she moved out. He wrote, her parents assisted her with moving out of our apartment on April 21st, 2025, which is depicted in this photo. I've been single ever since. Okay, so this is how I'm translating this. Okay. So this picture that Monica posted and these messages from whatever girl, Rish is making it seem like that only, yes, that did happen, but only after they broke up. Now, do we know for sure? That could be very true, what he's saying, but I always had this bad feeling about him, and I think there's more to the situation. After this, after Rish posted, I saw some other things in the comments where Monica was commenting because some people were like, wow, she violated his space, blah, blah, blah. And she wrote back and was like, actually, my name is still on the lease. And so technically it's my place too. And what else did they say? I don't know, but Monica seems like a new person. And she posted again on her Instagram stories the next day after this fallout and wrote, getting my self-worth back after wasting too many years doing wifey things for someone's undiagnosed son. The way I've snapped out of it in 24 hours is unreal. Oh my God. Max said those IG stories were deleted a few hours later. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. We don't know, right? We don't know if Rish is a cheater. I just feel like he is, though. I do. I don't know why. I just do. I've always felt that way. Something felt off when he was trying. Every time she would ask him or question him about something, he just came back with all these wild stories. And so, for that reason, I don't believe him. And also, like, how much so what, this is like 2 months later, he's already talking to girls only 2 months after he's supposed to marry this girl. I mean, some people will probably be like, what's the big deal? But I don't know, to me that says a lot. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments so I can read it. Okay, what else is going on? All my live stuff is not working properly. Now I think my Instagram is not working. Is this working? I don't think it is. Okay, anyways. Let's move on. Yeah, bring family karma back. Max is on board with that. You need to bring it back. I'm really mad about that actually, because Family Karma, I think, won some GLAAD awards. How can you have an award-winning show and then just pause it? It's so ridiculous. All right, anyways, there was a sneak peek. I saw this on Bravo by Gaze. There was a sneak peek of the Real Housewives of Miami premiere that's premiering next week. Like, we are getting a lot of premieres right now. It is Bravo summertime. In the clip, we see Alexia and Marisol talking about Todd, which we've seen since they filmed, and I don't know, since they filmed, like, I guess they got divorced, but they were seen together. Not sure what's going on there, but yay, we're getting new Miami back next week. All right, let's move on. Speaking of new housewives, the Real Housewives of Orange County trailer for season 19 dropped today. I shared that in my Instagram stories. I saw that on Alex Baskin's page, my bestie. Max sent that over to me. Max said, I'm so confused with Alexia and Todd's relationship. I know, right? So weird. Hopefully we'll find out more. But going back to OC, the first thing that sticks out is the fact that they're all hooked up to lie detectors. Why are they all taking a lie detector test? I'm not opposed to it. I've been saying this for years. Like, let's see the lie detector results. So I'm kind of like excited for it, but also a little scared. Gretchen Rossi is back. And immediately she tells everyone, well, I don't know who she was talking to, but when I say she tells everyone, she said it on camera. She tells everyone that she broke Slade's dick. What do you know? Yikes. Didn't need to hear that. Slade needs to get some kind of award for being like the most returning housewife. Is this like his third return? Fourth return? I don't even know anymore. But Gretchen seems activated, ready to fight. So that'll be interesting. Katie and Shannon get into a fight, I guess. Gina, oh, this pissed me off. Gina, get a storyline. You're offensive. Your glam is awful. Your confessionals are just rude. She needs to be fired. Like, why is Gina on this show? But that's not even why I'm annoyed with her. The one thing that she contributed in the trailer is her talking about Travis's kids and his situation with his wife, because I don't know, they're bifurcated. Is she technically his wife? I don't know. But regardless, Gina, just don't go there. Why are you doing this? They are children. Keep your hands off. Like, we shouldn't be doing that. Anyways, okay. Emily's screaming and yelling like usual. I'm not that interested. Jennifer Pedranti is back and she's hot. Still hot. Love that. But is she getting married to Ryan? What's going on there? I think we're going to see. Okay, what else? I talked about this last week. I've been hosting a new reality news show with Peter Madrigal from Vanderpump Rules. This was our third week recording, and I have to say, I am having so much fun recording with Peter because he does not watch The Valley. And so when we record, The Valley is fresh on my mind because we record on Wednesdays. And I get to tell him like just quick highlights of what happened on The Valley, and his reaction is so good because he's known all of them for such a long time, and he gives some, like some tea. So if you want to go check that out, go to watch.realitynetwork.tv. Okay, I'm going to talk about Rise Mushroom Coffee. I just realized that Rise also has matcha. They have like a sleep hot cocoa. I want to try those next. But I'm on my second bag of Rise now because it's been a full month. And I just want to check in real quick because I haven't missed a single day of my Rise mushroom coffee this week. And like I said before, my gut has never felt better. No bloat, no drama, just smooth sailing. And now this time of year in upstate New York, pollen is everywhere. And I apologize, you hear me like clearing my throat a lot because I'm allergic to all of it. Like all of it. And it right now when you go outside, it looks like it's snowing because there's pollen floating everywhere. It's like a blanket on the ground, on the grass. It looks like snow. But because I'm allergic, usually I feel like that leads me to obviously sound a little raspy, need to clear my throat more than usual. But also, this is around the time that I start to feel run down because of the change in weather and everything. And I haven't felt that yet. I got a little bit that I got to clear out of my throat, but I'm shocked that I haven't gotten sick yet. Normally I would be sick. And while there's no scientific way to prove rice is the reason, I just feel like it might actually be helping. So if you're thinking about your gut health or immune support, now's the time. Head to risesuperfoods.com and use code JennyBlaze15 for 15% off. The links in the show notes. Take care of yourself. Also, I want to give another shout out to Cannabolics. I needed this so bad. They sent me a little box with this Cannabolic Soothing Freeze Gel and this it looks like a tincture. I already tried these. One is called Rise and Grind, so that's like in the morning, and then the other one is Deeply Rested. There's no THC in any of these, but I feel like I struggle with energy levels, so I can't really speak to the Rise and Grind, but the Deeply Rested, I did feel like it helped me like settle down for the day. And then the Freeze Gel. So 2 weeks ago, I went to New York City for the Summer House watch party. I woke up and could not move my neck, and my neck has been jacked up ever since. So I put that on my neck yesterday, and I'm already feeling better. I mean, I don't just put, I'm not saying that's all I did. Like, I also foam roll, I do yoga, go for walks, do a lot of stretching. So I'm sure all of that combined contributed to me feeling better. But if you're interested in trying out the Cannabolics what is it called? Hold on. Soothing Freeze Gel, go to cannabolics.org. You can use code JennyBlaze for 10% off at checkout. Okay, let's get into our let's get into our Bravo TV lineup. First, we have Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 16, Episode 13, Chapter 1, Reset. This makes me nervous, the title of this episode. It makes me think that there's going to be 3 episodes on this trip. Okay, so the episode description is Portia and Drew finally sit down, hoping to resolve their issues and move forward. Kelly gets unexpected news about her soon-to-be ex-husband. Seeking a fresh start, the women head to Grenada for a much-needed getaway to reset, renew, and rebirth. Will the trip bring them closer or spark new tension? I don't really have that much to say about the actual episode. I did get a sense that Britt Edie is a Phaedra fan, because when they got paired together to room together, Phaedra was like, all right. She goes, I love a stranger and Britt Edie, which I thought was funny. And I know some people don't like Phaedra, but I only know Phaedra from like the Traitors and after. I don't know Phaedra pre-Traitors. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I feel like, excuse me, I feel like Britt was like, she like lit up when she found out she was going to be rooming with Phaedra. I just thought that was kind of funny. All right, let's move on to the seating chart. Yes, Max, we are here. Whew, look at this seating chart. We got Andy. To his left, we got Shamia. Then we have Angela, Kelly, Drew at the end, which is weird. To the right of Andy, his right, we have Portia, Phaedra, and Cynthia. This is weird, right? Okay, so this just came out today. I really didn't even have time to process it that much. Why is Drew on the end? I don't know. I forgot Cynthia was even on this season. But as you can clearly see, we do not have Kenya or Britt. And I believe, didn't Kenya say that Bravo invited her to the reunion, but then they took back their invitation? That's kind of messed up. But then after all said and done, don't forget Kenya got fired because of the picture she showed of Britt, Edie, apparently, or whatever. It was blocked. It was like blurred out. So we didn't actually see the picture. But we're going to talk about that picture in a second. So after all that, Kenya gets fired. Britt stays, but then she doesn't even show up to the reunion. Like, can you fumble any harder as a rookie? This might be one of the worst rookie seasons for a housewife. Awful. So Kenya, she posted on Twitter. She said, I'm disappointed to not be a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 reunion taping today. Please know I take full accountability for my actions and deeply apologize to all those affected, including Brittany, the cast, crew, guests, and viewers. I look forward to seeing you all back on Bravo soon. Wow. This is a little, yes, Max. This was a few hours ago. This happened today. Today is Thursday, by the way. This is a lot. I was like furiously trying to update all my content right before I went live. Okay. So then Britt posts on her Instagram stories and said, as everyone is now aware, I'm not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me. And while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing. The graphic sexual photo surrounding the events in episode 5. That photo was not me. Excuse me? What? As the episode makes clear, I did not see the photo at the time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event, and based on what I was told, assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in that photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I now know it was not me. I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark part of my life. Britt. Coming in? What is going on? What does that have to do with anything? What? Okay. Why weren't you at the reunion? This is so weird. This is giving me the same like Brittany Bateman vibes when she's like, okay, you guys, I have to tell you something. I did lie. I lied about something. Me and Jared do have an intimate relationship. What? Who cares? What are you talking about? Why did she feel the need to say this? We never saw the picture. Like the audience never did. Nor do we. Does anyone care? I said this the first time. I'm like, who cares? It'd be weird if like there's nothing out there. I'm just kidding. It's not normal to have pictures like that out there. Max said, at least Brittany showed up. That's true. Brittany Bateman did show up to the reunion. She actually was doing everything in her power to sneak onto that set, even when they didn't want her there. That was wild too. All right, so, oh my God, what do you all think about Atlanta? Britt Edie, girl, you fumbled hard. Not cool. All right, let's move on. Let's go to something fun, like Bravo's Love Hotel, one of my favorite new shows on Bravo. So let's see. We're on season 1, episode 6, The Love Boat. As the waves crash, so does Shannon's patience with Earl's behavior on their yacht date. Luann isn't quite ready to go all in with James, especially after Mark's surprising return. Ashley finds herself unable to escape a complicated love triangle. The ladies are overjoyed when their BFFs, longtime besties of Ashley and Giselle, Shannon's daughters and the Real Housewives of Atlanta's Cynthia Bailey to support Luann all arrive at the hotel. That is a long sentence. The suitors are then put through the ultimate BFF test, leading Giselle to learn Phil might not always have been as chill as he seems. Okay, all right. Let's see. What happened? Okay. I just mentioned this. We had the BFFs show up. First of all, Cynthia Bailey is Luann's BFF. Give me a break. Didn't they just meet at the girls' trip? Ultimate girls' trip? Oh my gosh. Whatever, fine. Cynthia can come, I guess. I just think it's funny that they are calling them BFFs. Shannon's BFFs are her daughters, Sophie and Adeline or whatever. I love that. I feel like I saw something on maybe Twitter. Someone was like, oh my God, that's so sad. Shannon doesn't have a BFF. I thought it was cute that her daughters were there. And I think Shannon's relationship with her daughters is only going to get stronger and stronger as they get older. And I'm loving that for Shannon and what I hope for Shannon in the future is that maybe she will come to realize that she doesn't need a man. Maybe she doesn't want a man. Maybe her daughters are enough in her life. And Archie. Didn't Archie get a sibling recently? That's what Shannon needs in her life. Dogs and daughters. No men. Okay. Let's see. Cal is there for Giselle. Brant? Who is Brant? They're saying that's Ashley's BFF, but has anyone ever seen Brant before? Never seen him before. Ever. So wild. I don't know. This whole episode, though, I just kept thinking, like, why is Shannon doing this? I cannot emphasize enough how much I dislike Soggy Wet Blanket Earl. He trauma dumped on Shannon, not just once, but twice. First, he says, oh, my wife died. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That was it for her. That's all she needed. My wife died. Like, come on, girl. We need to shake her. We really need to shake Shannon until she dumps Earl. But the second time he trauma dumps is when he says, oh, I don't have a relationship with my stepson anymore because I'm not with his mother or whatever. I don't know what it was, but like he made it so dramatic. And why is he telling Shannon? And also, Shannon, why are you finding his stepson for him? That seems to cross the line for me personally. I'd be like, this is too much. Is he an adult? Is he a minor? It just seems so inappropriate in so many different ways. Shannon. Then I thought this was kind of funny. I didn't think Earl was doing anything wrong. Earl was just like living life. He's on a boat. He's got his shirt open because they're on a boat. And Shannon's like, oh my God, is he going to act like this? I don't know if I can handle this. He's got his shirt open. What? You're on a boat. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, Max said, I think Vicky would see through Earl. Oh yeah, Vicky would put him through something. That's for sure. Oh my gosh, Earl is just so But let's talk about Luann. Luann and James. James is obsessed with Luann, of course, as he should. But Luann, it's a little too much. And she's got the guy who she used to like is back. And he actually made a good point because Luann was trying to get Mark to kind of say that he loves Luann, which is nuts. He's like, I'm not gonna, no, that would be crazy. And she's like, yeah, maybe like, and he goes, James, like, that's crazy. That's scary. Aren't you scared? And she's like, yes, I am scared. But then James, he's trying to like win points with Luann by like grilling the other men in front of Cynthia to be like, would you love Luann no matter what? And trying to act like he's like the best one, right? But as he's doing this, he's way too close to Cynthia. He's got his like arm on her, and Luann took that opportunity to put him in his place. It was very on brand. I kind of loved it. And I was kind of shocked that he didn't like stop touching Cynthia right away, because that got scary for a second. Luann, you're so scary. But again, back to Shannon. If I was at the Love Hotel, I'd be doing everything in my power to get Shannon to date anyone else, anyone. I would be talking about how Earl doesn't eat vegetables all fucking day, all day long. I would somehow make a point to bring up vegetables whenever I could. I'd be like, oh, look at this spread. Oh my God, look at all the vegetables. Oh, too bad Earl doesn't eat vegetables. Oh, I'd be so obnoxious about it. You know what? Shannon might need someone like that to be like her wing woman so that she doesn't make these mistakes anymore. Like, it's so predictable. I said this. She's gonna pick Earl because he trauma dumped on her. God, basic behavior. Then I see this picture of Luann. I saw this on the Reality Report. Countess Luann de Lesseps spotted with a rock on her finger. She's like on a Vespa or something and putting lip gloss on, and she has a ring on her engagement ring finger. And I just wrote, better not be from James. I have a feeling Luann is not engaged. This is like a stunt. This is not real. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't think it's real. Okay, let's move on to Below Deck. This is our first premiere of the week, Monday night. We got Captain Kerry back in action. I'm pumped. Oh, wait. Before we go on to Below Deck, I need to show this video. I'm not going to do sound because of copyright, but I need to spread this message. This is the content we want from our Bravo Lebs. Okay? Pay attention. If any of you are listening, this is what we want. And I'm showing a reel of Luann, Ashley, Shannon, and Giselle on the boat during that episode they did, where they're doing a little TikTok dance. You know, Ashley loves her little TikToks. So yeah, I thought it was super cute. And Shannon like falls over, very on brand for Shannon. Loved it. I want more of it. Give me all of this. More. Okay, let's go to Below Deck now. Below Deck, Captain Gary. I got to be careful what I say when we're talking about Below Deck, because when I say things about Below Deck, they come true. Okay. Oh, it looks like I forgot to update my notes. This is Below Deck season. What season is this? Does anyone know? I feel like it's season 12. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. But it's the season premiere. Captain Kerry's back at the helm of motor yacht St. David with a host of new faces and a couple of seasoned vets. The chef struggles to find his sea legs while a green stew and a high-strung bosun spell trouble for the rest of the crew. A blacklight wielding germaphobe primary puts this new crew to the test. Okay, Below Deck. I'm excited about this season. So, first off, I was very disappointed in these poll results. I asked who's watching the Below Deck premiere. Only 59% said yes. My goal is for all those 41% people to watch. Whoever said no, I want you to watch. Because I think it's going to be good. And also, last season, I totally forgot how insane it was. Because that last episode, remember Barbie and Kyle were dating. Kyle is the Scottish one. He's got a Irish type of accent. I don't know. I could be wrong. Please don't be offended, anybody. But they were in a relationship on last season. And then in the finale episode, they had a huge blowout and broke up. She's like, no, fuck you, Kyle. We're done. I hate you. And I think she left the boat early. And I just like could not believe, like, I must have blocked that out or something. But then on top of it, I took a picture of the screen during the finale. And one of the stews, she's like having a meltdown because Barbie was screaming at her. And the guy sitting next to that girl was on Vanderpump Rules season 10. He was on not the Scandal finale episode, but the first finale episode that was supposed to be the finale before Scandal dropped or whatever. But this guy was sitting at the table with Katie Maloney when Katie and Raquel were kind of like fighting with each other, and Terry Maloney was there, and Raquel was being rude to Terry Maloney. And that's when Sandoval showed up, and he's like, come on, Terry. It was wild. But why was that guy there? This face is very similar to the same face he had during that scene on Vanderpump Rules. I don't even remember his name. Oh my gosh, I love all the crossovers. But anyways, let's go into the tweets. Okay, Below Deck. I feel kind of guilty about how I said before that maybe Captain Lee might need to retire or whatever, because after I said that, then they basically replaced him, but with Captain Kerry. But I noticed this season, I don't know if it's just this season or maybe since Captain Kerry joined, but the production value is so much better. It reminds me of when Miami came back after their little like 10-year hiatus. But when they came back and they were just on Peacock, the production value is significantly better. And you can see that with Below Deck. And I love it. I love it. It makes it sexier, it makes it more fun and interesting. I just love it. This season was interesting. We've never seen the crew meet up before getting on the boat, but apparently in St. Martin, it's very windy at the dock or whatever. So they like and there's like this bridge it's very narrow. So Captain Kerry was like, we're going to just anchor and we'll pick you guys up on the tender or whatever. Well, I loved the intro to everyone because they have like this slow motion of everyone like coming up and saying hi and stuff or whatever and meeting each other. And it just made it so cool. I loved it. But one girl, I was laughing so hard. Her name is Rainbeau. And that's not even her real name. They were like, is that your real name? She's like, no, it's like going on. She had like 5 different names. I was like, what? Where's Rainbeau? How do they get Rainbeau out of that? I don't know. But what I do know is that this tender is sexy AF. It's like all glass on top. The seat, like the leather is like this orange, almost like a Hermes color. Did I say that right? Hermes. I love it. I love it. Very sexy tender. Also, this chef already before the full episode aired, I was like, something about this chef is very interesting. I feel like he's going to give us a good show. And he is already. Turns out Cheffy is a born again Christian who is very uncomfortable with the cameras. And I find that to be so hilarious. This is going to be good. I've never seen anyone on Bravo who hates cameras as much as Cheffy. He like really does not like it. Hold on, I have to there we go. TikTok is still running. Also, okay, so Jess is a female deckhand who, upon her entrance, her slow-mo entrance, I immediately was like, I have a crush. I don't know. She's a lesbian too, which they said after her intro or whatever, but I was like, oh my God, I feel attracted to this person right now. So, and apparently she's like, I would because she's a player. Apparently. She is like a F-boy, but a woman. Then we got Captain Kerry meeting with the crew saying, don't take my kindness for weakness. I love Captain Kerry's style of managing the boat. I think he is very fair. He's stern, but he's also very sweet. And I think he's like reasonable too. I think he's willing to work with people. So Cheffy on episode 1 is already having a meltdown. At one point he said he wanted to fill his pockets with rocks and walk off the aft deck, and that really concerned me. He said that he has struggled with, I think he said he struggled with alcohol issues in the past and maybe like substance abuse issues. Don't quote me on that. So I can see like maybe he's not used to like having to regulate his emotions on camera. Like, I don't know. It's a lot. I feel bad for him, but I also am kind of loving watching it because I'm just fascinated that somebody who hates cameras so much would go on a reality show. It's a little odd, right? Max said Cheffy is unhinged. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to make it this season. He even says, like, towards the end of the episode, he's like starting to lose it. He goes, when those camera people come in, I just want to tell them to fuck off. He like really hates them. There was a scene where he's talking to them and he looks mad because he's like, he has something like nothing like heavy. I think he was like, oh, you having a good day or something like that. And they didn't respond to him. And I think he, in that moment, realized like, he said, you guys can't answer me, can you? And I think he hated that he couldn't interact with them. And I get that. The closest I've ever felt like I was on a reality show was when I was in my friend's wedding and there was a videographer like filming us doing everything before the wedding, like getting ready. And I remember at one point I was talking to one of the other bridesmaids and I completely got distracted because the camera guy, he like came up in between us with the camera and I just like stopped talking and looked at him and he was like, oh no, just keep going. I was like, okay. Like it just immediately made me feel completely uncomfortable and unnatural. I'm like, okay, now I have to act natural with a camera on my face. This is weird. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode. Below deck. I want to go on a yacht, a super yacht. Someone invite me. Okay, let's move on to the Valley. The Valley. Season 2, Episode 8. The biggest snake in the grass. Tensions boil between Jasmine, Janet, and Jason during a beach outing. Zack starts to realize that his friendship with Brittany has shifted. The rumor Kristin started continues to wreak havoc in the friend group. Animosity flares when Brittany uncovers a shocking breach of privacy by Jax. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I think I can say this with full confidence that the majority of people are really over Jax Taylor. Okay, so I saw this on Virtual Reality from Page 6, their podcast. Janet was on talking about personal assistants because Zach Wickham was a personal assistant for Nicole Scherzinger. And Janet said, I worked for Avaline, which is Cameron Diaz's wine brand or whatever. I thought that was interesting. I had no idea that Janet was a personal assistant. Oh my God. Max just said Nia and Danny had their baby today. What? I need to see a picture or something. How do we know this? Out of all the things that have been going on today, this too? Jeez. Did they have a girl or a boy? Don't they have like 2 boys already and a girl? Okay, Max sent it to me. Good. Okay, another thing that I saw on Twitter actually, and I saw this from PhD and Bravo. I spy with my little eye Janet at SUR celebrating Pride in 2019. This picture is Lala, Sheena, Janet, and Raquel. Okay. Next tweet from PhD and Bravo. How did I not know she was one of Sheena's bridesmaids too? And so in this picture, we have Sheena with 4 bridesmaids. Is this where Raquel was a bridesmaid too? Where's Raquel? Interesting. So the rumor is that Janet was a fan who moved to California to be Sheena's friend. And that's why Kristin calls her a fan in this season. So that'll be interesting. Last week, Jesse Lally pissed me off, as Jesse Lally normally does. He was talking about Michelle's birth when she gave birth to Isabella and how he was like fighting with the doctor because he didn't want her to get Pitocin or whatever. And our girl, Katie Maloney, spoke up and defended Michelle. So I saw this on Reality Blurb. It says Vanderpump Rules alum Katie Maloney is throwing major shade at Jesse Lally for not wanting his ex-wife Michelle Sinai to get an epidural during their daughter's birth, as Sheena Shea also reacts. Good. They should say something. He sucks. Okay. So I did a poll. I asked, whose side are you on when it comes to Jasmine versus Janet and Jason? 39% said Jasmine, 8% said Jason and Janet, 53% said nobody. I think I'm not surprised by those results. Zack is so funny. So if you remember the first time Zack was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy, obviously, Andy goes, I have to say, I do love that you keep addressing America. And that like became a thing. And then on the last episode or the most recent episode, Zack was doing it again, talking to America. And I just love that. He's consistent. Love that for him. We see Jason's personality shift a lot. And he gets activated in this season. I'm like shocked. I didn't think he had it in him, and I find it to be like bizarre and almost unsettling somewhat, but he's activated. And then Brock. Brock was on the last episode, and I would like to give it up for Brock because he actually did contribute. He said bye, Karen, to Janet, and I thought that was hilarious. So go, Brock. Poor guy. He's always getting shit on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Then I did another poll because after the beach day, Janet is saying, I haven't cried all day like this in months or years or something. I don't know. I was like, all day. And then Jason, too, was acting super, super dramatic. I was like, are they being dramatic or is it me? Like, am I insensitive? What is happening here? So I did a poll to see what everyone else thinks. I said, are Janet and Jason dramatic? 87% on Instagram said yes, they are dramatic. 6% said no. 8% said I don't know. On Twitter, 86% said yes, 4% said no, 10% said I don't know. I love when the results are similar on different platforms. I get nerdy like that. Okay. Yeah, they were being so dramatic, and it is giving Karen energy. Let's talk about Jax Taylor for a second. I don't believe anything he says ever. I don't believe it. And the way he's talking about their podcast, I remember when they started their podcast. It was after Scandal broke. And they rode that wave because everyone's traffic spiked during Scandal. Like if you even mention Scandal, your traffic is going to spike. So do I believe that Jackson, Brittany were making decent money in the beginning? Probably a couple months, but millions? Come on. I want to know how much Brittany and Jax make off their podcasts because the way Jax was talking, he made it sound like they have to burn their cash because they have too much. I don't know. Like, he was talking crazy. He's like, we make a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay, Mr. Moneybags. Let's see the proof. This is very disturbing. I know a lot of people like don't even want to watch the Valley because of Jax, and this is triggering. So there was a scene where Brittany's in the house. She's video chatting with Jax's sister. Okay. She's not like talking to tabloids. She's not talking to another dude. Even their friends. She's talking to his sister. Okay. And his sister even was like, our two uncles, they both died before they were 50 from like, I don't know, heart problems or something like that. And Jax, I don't know where the producer comes over to Brittany and shows a text. Jax texted the producer and was like, I can hear everything you guys are saying. Keep talking, blah, blah, blah. It was nuts. Brittany goes, what? No, he can't. Our cameras don't have audio. And then she's like, unless he like put a bug in here or something. And I just, Jax knows what he's doing. Everything is produced. He wrote, the words that he wrote in that text were intentional. And so he's like intentionally trying to look like a stalker creep. Like he is fumbling this so hard. This is not a good plan. The strategy is not good. Not good. Abort. He's such a creep. Like, really? You're going to tell the producer that you're sitting there listening to them talking? You are psychotic. Go away. I was so annoyed. I'm like, I want to divorce Jack Taylor. If I could, I would sue him for something. I'm just so over it. Also, update, Jax Taylor and I no longer follow each other. Yay. Okay. Then on the after show, oh my God, Jax Taylor, he does not stop. Jack said they make $1 million a year from their podcast. And I want to see the receipts. Prove it. He's such a liar. I don't believe that for 1 second at all. Liar. He also said on the after show that he paid off the mortgage from rehab. Did you? You did? I don't believe that. Show me the receipts. He's such a liar. With what money? Where is he getting enough money to pay off the mortgage? He's so full of it. Then we find out he admits this on the after show. Brittany said, oh yeah, he took my wedding ring and my engagement ring, and Jax admitted it. He said, yep, I put it in a safe. And I guess Brittany said that he's been using it to like negotiate with her, saying, I'm not going to give you the rings if you don't do this. Like, ugh, I'd be like, keep it, dude. Give me the money for it and get lost. Like, whatever. I don't care about your stupid ring. He probably pawned it anyways, is what a lot of people are guessing. But regardless, he needs to learn the law, because once you're married, that's hers. That's hers. It's a gift. And if they didn't get married, then she would have to give it back. But they're married, so it's hers, Jax. Oh my God, he disgusts me. Okay, we still have more shows to go through. We're at 1 hour and 12 minutes now, but we're going to keep going. Okay, let's talk about Next Gen NYC. What do we got here? It's the series premiere. I was skeptical. I did not think I was going to like this show, but I'm in. I'm all the way in. I'm ready. Let's go. Season 1, episode 1. Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you. Hudson needs to find an apartment first. Brooks juggles a fashion shoot alongside her mom, Meredith, while quietly side-eyeing Charlie's flirtation with sister Chloe. After Amira's runway debut, the after party devolves as Georgia's confession about her sanitary habits sends Gia and Riley reeling. Okay, I have some videos. First, we have Meredith and Brooke.
Imagine not having such a close relationship with my mom, but I hope if this hits any moms out there that are like that, like you literally have one child, like one relationship with that one child, and you really should make it work, and life is too short to like care about things as stupid as who someone is going to bed with.
So much more fun to just enjoy your kids, have fun with them, and respect their choices and their lives. Like, that's the better option.
Don't bring a kid into this world if you're not going to take care of it. Right?
100%.
Right? Brooks. Don't have a kid if you're not going to take care of it. Right? Oh my gosh, Brooks. It's funny. That was from Glad and Bravo TV. They posted it. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Okay, I have this little visual, this infographic that Bravo posted on how everyone's connected. Let me see. Okay. We still haven't met Shah, have we? Who is that? It's one of their friends. Wait, did we meet Shah? So Charlie, the crypto kid who was at the scene of that torture incident, Charlie had 2 friends. One was Dylan. Was the other one Shah? I might have to go back and look. But I need to know everything about Charlie's friends and if they were involved in that torture incident as well. Not paid by anyone is here. Okay, so biggest shocking news from this new show was Ariana Bierman saying that her parents took all of the money she made as a child reality star. Yeah, I was floored, disgusted. I still am not over it, but we're going to talk about that in a second. I tweeted, who are Charlie's friends? Were they involved in the crypto torture incident? I need to know. Georgia. I don't think I like Georgia. I think she reminds me of Bronwyn Newport. Like just dirty energy. She doesn't wash her hands. She touched the bottom of someone's shoe. She didn't wash her hands after she went to the bathroom, said she doesn't believe in it. I'm disgusted. But also, why did she mention when Harry met Sally 3 different times in the first episode? Did anyone else find that to be bizarre? Because I do. She's like obsessed with it. She was also combing her hair with a fork. If this is Gen Z, I'm concerned. I'm a little concerned. Oh, like I said, she's giving very disgusting, gross, dirty energy. And I believe that Georgia is the reason New York City was hit with COVID the hardest. We now know it was Georgia. Charlie goes on a date with Chloe, and I guess like he was texting Brooks after, and I don't understand. I need to hear more about his thought process on this because their date seemed fine. And the way that Brooks was even talking up Charlie, he was saying like, oh, he treats girls so good and blah, blah, blah. But then after Charlie and Chloe's date, I guess Charlie texted Brooks and said something like, oh, what are you up to? Come meet us. If your sister's not in my bed already, which is definitely inappropriate. But also I feel like that's such a straight guy thing to say or do, like, ugh, they're just so annoying. Max said Chloe's Meredith. I 100% agree. But the way that Brooks reacted to Charlie's text was giving me flashbacks of Jen Shah doing the whole grinder when Brooks said that he saw Jen Shah's hoo-ha. And he was very disturbed by that, which caused major beef on the show in season 1. But I just felt like, wow, Charlie is really like Jen Shah right now, showing her vagina to Brooks, and he does not like it. So I liked the first episode. I loved it. I'm here for it. I am able to like disconnect or like disassociate if there's like something unsavory. Not all the time, but like I try to for the sake of entertainment. Like, let's be real. This is serious. Just kidding. Okay, so Bravo OOMG posted this. So to recap, child labor, parental financial abuse, legal drama, and a rich himbo situationship. Ariana studied at the Bierman School of Financial Ruin and Reality Stardom and graduated summa mes laude. I'm sorry, this tweet is so hilarious. Bravo, OOMG, so funny. The rich himbo situationship is Ariana's boyfriend Hudson. Apparently his father owns Zaxby's or whatever. I don't know what that is. It's like a chicken place. I've never heard of it. I guess they're worth like $1 billion, over $1 billion. So good for them. But Ariana seems different than Kim. I don't see her being like a gold digger. Like, I don't think she would ever put herself in a situation with a guy who's broke, but she actually seems like she genuinely is in love with Hudson. So I don't know. Something about Ariana, like, I'm getting good vibes from her. And her getting that DUI doesn't seem like it matches up with the vibes that I'm getting from her. And the way that she's talking about her mother and being like, no, I understand. I want to help her out. And I get it. She's in a tough situation. Like, I feel bad for Ariana because I think she is a good person, a good daughter, but I think she herself is being manipulated by her own mother. And I believe that Kim is the root of all these issues. Bravo OMG also tweeted, Next Gen NYC star Ariana Bierman just clarified her comments about the money she made growing up. She confirmed that both Kim and Croy took her earnings from age 14 to 20, noting it takes two to tango. Despite everything, she said she doesn't want this to ruin her relationship with her parents, which honestly is incredibly gracious. She wrapped it all up with, please don't forget to wash your hands. Hygiene is important. Poor girl. Okay, I have some videos. Let me see. Okay, so this first one is at the Next Gen NYC premiere party. And
it's a little nerve-wracking to
I think this was posted by people.
obviously share money situation. Money makes things awkward, and I hate what money can do to people, you know. I really have tried to not ever let it affect me, my mom's relationship. You know, she's my best friend in the world. It was no one's goal for this to be the way that it was, and we haven't let it affect us. It was just nerve-wracking for sure, and I think people have a different idea of my money situation and think that I'm ballin' and I was whatever. I'm like, no, definitely not the case. As far as what aspect? You know, my mom is very good at paying me back. She might need it. She's done a few shows, which is amazing. And so they take a second to get paid out, you know, for everything. My mom always pays me back, though. But it's definitely gotten better. She's working really hard.
Wow. Matt said Brielle is more like Kim, I think. I don't know about that, but I just feel so bad for Ariana here. Just like make excuses for her own mother. Okay, here's the next one.
I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed. I have anxiety. First episode of Next Gen NYC has premiered. It comes out Tuesdays at 9 p.m. on Bravo and the next day on Peacock. So it's on Peacock right now. And if you haven't seen it, maybe go watch that before you watch this. My parents did take my money from the ages of 14 to 20. And I want to start off by saying that in no way, shape, or form was this me trying to bash my parents in any way. You know, I wouldn't be here without them. I hold absolutely no anger or hatred in my heart. I'm just not capable of that. They say that money is the root of all evil, and I do believe that at times I have watched money destroy
It got cut off.
firsthand and families, and I will never be in that position. I will never allow that to be my life. You can always make more money, which is such a blessing. Just wanted to clarify, I've seen a lot of the things that people are posting. This was not a one-woman show. This takes two to tango. It was a joint effort.
Oh my God, is she talking about my comments? I hope not. I commented and said, I wish that Ariana would say that it was Kim who took her money, not Croy. Oh my gosh, did she respond to my comment? Did I do this? Oh gosh. Not paid by anyone said, I eat my words. I'm hooked on Next Gen. I just hope Gia goes away. So I don't have this in my I don't have visuals for this, but I did read something about Gia being investigated for her Rutgers degree. People are saying like she used AI or a ghostwriter to do her work. And so there's like an excuse me, there's like an investigation. I don't know if that's true. Sorry, I told you guys already. It's the allergies. Sorry, but I don't know if this is true, but I also did see that Bravo asked Gia to like step away, like kind of, I don't know, remove herself from Next Gen NYC until this investigation is over, but I don't know if that's true or not. Does anyone know? Oh my gosh. I feel like I might have to sneeze too. I took 2 Allegra today. That's how bad the allergies are right now. Okay, let's move on. By the way, I totally believe that it was all Kim. I don't know. I just do. That's my opinion. All right, let's go to Summer House. Season 9, Episode 17, Reunion Part 2. The jaw-dropping reunion concludes as Lindsay makes a shocking revelation about her relationship. Unexpected tension between Kyle and Amanda surprises the group. Paige discusses the future of her relationship with Craig. There's a lot of casting rumors going around right now. I saw one on Dumas. Oh, wait, before we get there. Max, a deeply paused relationship. Okay, so here's the Dumas. Excuse me, blind item. All right, it says Summer House shakeup. Who's sailing off and who's staying? If the buzz is true, things are about to get very interesting. We've got it on good authority that a certain fan favorite is reportedly ready to sail off into the sunset, with a statement about their departure expected soon. And that's not all. Our sources are telling us that Gabby, Lexi, and Imral are allegedly not getting asked back for the upcoming season. I feel like West and Jesse should not be asked back, but meanwhile, it sounds like Lindsay will be making appearances here and there, but for now, nothing is confirmed about her full-time involvement. So I like reading these blinds to see, like, and then seeing if they come true. I'm gonna skip around a little bit. So Paige posted this today in her Instagram stories. I have a little life update for you. I've made the decision not to return to Summer House. Excuse me. Being part of this show has been one of the most rewarding chapters of my life. The friendships, the drama, the giggles, all unforgettable. You've seen me grow up over these last 7 summers. I'll always be beyond grateful for the memories, the community, and the opportunities this wild ride has brought me. But like all good things and some bad decisions, it's time for this chapter to close. To my castmates, the fans, and my NBCU family, thank you. I never could have imagined what this journey would turn into and how many of you would be along for the ride. And you haven't seen the last of me, I promise. So much more to do together. But for now, you know, you can always find me and Daphne in my bed. She did like a kiss emoji. Okay, we gotta talk about this. This is a lot. So the blind was right that somebody was going to make an announcement. It was Paige. Earlier in the week, I saw this on InStyle. Meet Daphne. Paige DeSorbo's new sleepwear brand makes bed rotting chic. Okay. This all like came out today, so I was trying to keep up. That thing about Gabby, I'm not surprised that she's not being asked back. She like literally did nothing this whole season. I loved though on the reunion part 2 how they do like this flashback of the only thing that Gabby really contributed was her basically trashing Carl, talking shit about his teeth, saying he doesn't contribute to parties, which I find hilarious because like she literally didn't contribute at all this season. But her comments did lead into Carl talking about his teeth and his insecurities, and now we can never make fun of Carl's teeth ever again. I mean, you can if you want, but you know, it will be frowned upon, I'm guessing. So we find out that Turner, Lindsay's daughter's father, and her are no longer romantically together, but they are still spending a lot of time together, raising Gemma together. And I swear to God, like something in that moment, the way that they panned the camera to Carl, I'm like, no, oh my God. Imagine Carl and Lindsay get back together after all this. I'm not saying it's going to happen for sure. I feel like it could, though. And if it does happen, it'll be when Gemma's old enough to be like, hi, Uncle Carl. And it'll be like that movie with Jennifer Aniston. And I don't remember the guy who was in it, but like, it's like that. I feel like I can totally see Carl winding up being Gemma's bonus dad someday. And I thought about this when I went on my walk today. I'm like, you know what? Maybe Lindsay and Carl do make sense because Lindsay is more, she gives off more masculine energy, and Carl clearly gives off feminine energy. And maybe Lindsay is enough masculine in her life. Like maybe Carl is a good compliment for her. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just like babbling. But we never know. We'll see. This is anthropology. So side note, I really loved the age shaming of Kyle Cook. I don't normally like age shaming, but I feel like men don't get age shamed enough, especially straight white men like Kyle Cook, who want to be DJs. Ugh, he needs to be shamed. They're like, even Andy was like, wait, how old are you? 42? He goes, I knew I was not going to have kids after 50. 50 was it for me. And Kyle looks so scared. He was like, I think it was the first time he's ever felt like, oh my God, I might actually have to think about my age and how that plays into having children. Too bad, Kyle. I hear they're giving out free vasectomies in another country. You could always go that route. Okay. What else? So Paige. This is like very interesting how this breakup is going on between Paige and, well, it's already happened. They're broken up. Paige and Craig are broken up, but we're getting information now. We finally heard the story of what happened at Amanda and Kyle's wedding. Apparently, Craig was so drunk, he was kicking chairs, he was making a scene, he went in the house, no one was supposed to be in the house. Paige demanded that Craig apologize to Mr. and Mrs. Batula. He refused. That right there is, oh my God. So now Paige is like letting it out. Andy even asked her, so is there anything else you want to maybe retell the story of things, that you may have covered up for or protected Craig in the past? I think there's a lot, and I would love to hear every single little itty bitty weird, creepy, manipulative, lying ass thing Craig Conover did during their relationship. Mention it all. I want to hear it all. Okay, so I said we already went through the departure. Okay, let's go back to Daphne, the clothing brand. I bet Paige has, I'm pretty sure Paige hasn't even had time to respond to this, but this is pretty serious, I would say. I think it's kind of a big deal. I'm going to play this video that I got from XOXO _ where is it? Why can't I find it? XOXO_Bravo_girl. Okay. Let's go.
Put on this one, guys. I was excited at first to see Paige was making pajamas because that's a girl like me. If you've seen her on Summer House, you know it's perfect for her. And I design pajamas, so I'm like, all right, great for the industry. Let's normalize more pajamas. Then I started to read the article and I got a little sad. Designed to be worn in and out of bed, the girl in college, the young professional logging onto Zoom for her first job. That's my shtick. That's how I advertise my brand. Pajamas for Zoom calls is my main thing. It's what I use in articles, on social media, or sending press kits out. Like in this one, Paige says, the girl in college, the young professional logging into Zoom for her first job. And that was my marketing for when I was on Fox Philly. Gift ideas for college grads, PJs that are Zoom ready. Or timeline, these were both like over a year ago and my brand's been out for 2 years now. I don't want to assume that Paige herself has seen my brand. Like, I'm not famous. Like, I've been on the news. Like, maybe she saw a billboard. Then I keep reading the article, and she goes on to talk about how she picked out the brand incubator that she was going to use to make her brand. And then it says, Kyle DeFord, a longtime fashion retail professional and former GM of Jenna Lyons' Love Scene, who is now the general manager of Daphne. And I instantly was like, oh. Literally a year ago today, Jenna Lyons did a pop-up shop doing a closet clean out in her office. And with me, I brought my pajamas. I didn't even think she'd look at them again. I just had to, for myself, put them in her orbit. I gave her my pajamas. I gave her the lookbook. I gave her the press kit. I just gave her my best batch of my cute stuff. I had a feeling I'd never see her in my pajamas, but someone posted a picture of her at the sale. And I was like, all right, that's a win. That's my orange bag. Back to the article. So Kyle DeFord worked for Jenna, and then now he's the general manager of Daphne. And then that was the missing puzzle piece. My pajamas were in the hands of Love Scene June 2024, and then Kyle left and then went to make Daphne in August 2024. I'm not saying Paige saw my brand. What I am saying is I hand-delivered my press samples and PR kit to her co-founder's boss. And that's just the words and the concept and the branding. And the final piece was I went on the Daphne Instagram and I saw her merch, which has the same placement as my merch, which isn't on my site, in my lookbook that I hand-delivered to her co-founder. This isn't about the product similarities. It's the same branding vibe. It's the same ethos of my company.
Who? Not paid by anyone said Paige is a crook. I don't know if I would go that far, but this does not look good for Paige. Look at Daphne right there on the collar. And then this girl's brand has the stitching right there on the collar. I wonder if Paige is aware of this. I wonder what their response is going to be. I would say this is pretty serious for a new brand. What do you all think? Oh my gosh, I was shocked. A lot is going on today. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are fighting. Like, that's hilarious. I knew that was going to happen too. I just knew it. Because they're both like little children. It's so predictable and basic. All right, I don't want to waste my time on them. We're going to go to what to watch next, which I normally do before, but this week we had another premiere, Honestly Cavallari. And I am not going to cover this show on this live stream like weekly, but I thought I would talk about the first 2 episodes because it's related to Next Gen NYC and Ariana Bierman, because on season 1, episode 1 of Honestly Cavallari, Kristin has her favorite, those are her words, quote unquote, her favorite housewife, Kim Zolciak, as her guest. And so this series, Honestly Cavallari, is Kristin Cavallari making 6 stops for 6 podcasts episodes in a week. And I still am confused why this is a show. Or is this is this going to be a regular show? I don't get it, but whatever. So the first episode description is Kristin Cavallari is fed up with clickbait headlines. I feel like this is clickbait, but she's taking matters into her own hands. First in Atlanta with guest Kim Zolciak, where they discuss what it's like to be a mom while going through a public divorce. I have a video of Kim from E Entertainment and E Entertainment and Bravo.
Honestly, Cavallari headline tour in Atlanta, Georgia. It's just about everything, from babies to motherhood to ex-wife, all the good stuff.
Tonight's guest is Kim Zolciak, which I'm really excited about. Tonight's theme is basically just really talking about the headline world, the media world, and how much stuff is blown out of proportion and what is actually accurate in the press. Period.
Okay, I don't want to show any more of that video. So, I didn't like this at all. Episode 1, Kim Zolciak is the guest, and after what we saw with Ariana this week, it feels like a complete setup. I feel like Kim planted all this information strategically with Ariana saying, "Oh, my parents spent all our money or all my money." And her correcting, saying it was both of my parents. Like, she wanted to make that very clear, which is weird. Why are you doing that? Like, it cannot be based off of my comments. That's crazy. Like, who cares if we're saying that? She doesn't have to answer. So I thought that was weird. But then also she goes on, honestly, Cavallari as the first guest. They're talking about her divorce. She's crying on stage saying, like, he's been stalking me and blah, blah, blah. I don't believe any of that. I really don't. Like, I'm sure Croy, I think, if he is doing anything that Kim is using against him, it's probably all reactive abuse because we've seen her gamble. And I feel like she probably ran through all his money and just probably was deceptive about how she was spending things. I don't know. I just feel bad for Croy. I did a poll. Do we really believe that Croy stalks Kim? I was shocked. 27% said yes, 57% said no, and then 17% said I don't know. That's on Twitter. Wait, is it on Twitter? No, that's on Instagram. On Twitter, 16% said yes, 72% said no, 12% said I don't know. I am in the no bucket. I don't think he's stalking her. And if he is, it's like to get evidence of her doing messed up stuff. I feel like, I don't know. It's probably such a mess. I don't even want to know. I feel bad for their kids though. And I said this already. I feel like Kim is setting the whole storyline up for her divorce. So we'll see how that goes. All right. That's it for, oh wait, I have one more thing. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives are having a reunion. The season 2 reunion was filmed. Oh my God, so many of them are pregnant. Is Michaela pregnant now? Michaela, Macy. Macy's whole face looks different. Jen Affleck. Yeah, they're all pregnant. That's 3, too many for me. But it will be hosted by my nemesis, Nick Vile. So, boo. I will probably still watch. Okay. Wow. We went long today. Hour 44. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for being here. That's a wrap for Bravo and Blaze today. Thank you so much for tuning in and rolling with the chaos, the commentary, and the unsolicited opinions. If you enjoyed today's episode, if you laughed, gasped, or screamed, same at any point, hit subscribe on YouTube, leave a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify, and share this with your Bravo group chat. If you want more, join Patreon at patreon.com Facebook.com/Bravo and Blaze. Don't forget, I just posted the latest Ask Me Anything with all of my answers to your questions. Don't forget to shop our signature Bravo and Blaze lighters at bravoandblaze.com. Is that it? Sign up for our newsletter to stay in the loop on upcoming drops, updates, and surprises. Follow at Bravo and Blaze on IG, TikTok, Threads, Twitter, or X, and Facebook for midweek commentary and unhinged moments. Don't forget, there's a link in the show notes for 15% off your order of Rise Mushroom Coffee with code JennyBlaze15. Also, we have 10% off available at Cannabolics. I almost said I don't know. For some reason, I was going to pronounce it different. Cannabolics for 10% off. You can use code JennyBlaze. And I think that's it. I'm sorry about my voice. I blame it on the pollen in the air. And I took pictures. I sent them to Max, but I'll share them on Instagram too, so you guys know what I'm talking about. And until next time, stay lit, y'all.